And Indiana Fever first scrimmage has been released. It's already filled with fireworks.
Caitlin Clark just changed everything. One shot that has the WNBA shaking already. In her very first scrimmage with the Indiana Fever, Caitlin didn't just show up, she took over. One deep, effortless three-pointer from way beyond the arc had jaws dropping, social media exploding, and the rest of the WNBA officially on notice. This wasn't just a highlight, it was a warning shot. After months of build-up, questions and endless hype, Caitlin Clark walked into camp and made it crystal clear, she's not coming, she's here. And if today is any clue, the 2025 WNBA season belongs to her. The Indiana Fever's gym transformed into a hype factory the moment Caitlin Clark laced up. 7 months of off-season silence shattered with a single shot. A logo 3 so audacious it trended nationally before practice even ended. Indy Star's Chloe Peterson didn't need the video caption, "A Caitlin Clark long-range 3" said it all. Because when the ball leaves her hands from 30 feet, you don't watch the brace for impact. This wasn't just a scrimmage, it was a coronation. Clark didn't merely participate, she commandeered the gym's energy, bending the tempo to her will. Every deep bomb served 2 purposes, points on the board and psychological warfare. Teammates fed off her swagger, opponents wilted under the pressure and social media. It lost its collective mind. The Fever's blueprint is clear: surround their superstar with floor-spacing snipers, gritty defenders, and battle-tested vets. But make no mistake, this is Clark's orchestra now. When she's drilling heat-check 3s in April, it's not just a highlight, it's a harbinger. Vegas oddsmakers are already shuffling MVP futures and rivals. They're scrambling for answers. What's terrifying isn't the shot itself, it's the timing. Training camp just started and Clark's already in mid-July form. If this is her easing in, the league might as well fast forward to her hoisting the trophy. Watch the Fever's latest scrimmage closely and you'll spot the difference immediately isn't a team relying on isolation or hero ball. Instead, Indiana's offense hums with intention, running a true motion system about movement, spacing, and unselfish play. Sophie Cunningham hinted in pre-season interviews that the Fever are committed to a 5-player attack, not just a Caitlin Clark show. Before we move on, make sure to like and subscribe for all the updates you need about the WNBA world. Let's continue. Every possession, you see hard cuts off the ball, crisp screens, and players working to create opportunities for each other. Clark's point guard instincts are on full display. She's always looking for the ball, ready to orchestrate the offense that doesn't revolve around her alone. This is a system built on trust and chemistry, where every player's movement matters and every touch has a purpose. That's what makes Indiana so dangerous heading into 2025. Defenses can't just key in on Clark, because Kelsey Mitchell, Lexi Hull, Nalissa Smith, and Aaliyah Boston round out a starting 5 that's young, hungry, and ready to leap forward together. Each brings a unique skill set, and all are empowered to make plays within the flow of the offense. The result? A Fever squad that's unpredictable, hard to guard, and poised for a breakout season. With Clark's vision and shooting, Mitchell's scoring, Hull's perimeter defense, Smith's versatility, and Boston's presence inside, Indiana's motion offense is more than a scheme, it's a statement. The Fever isn't just back, they're building something special, and it's only just beginning. The Indiana Fever's scrimmage had one clear takeaway: their bench players are here to fight. In a jaw-dropping moment, the second unit locked down the starters so hard they forced a shot clock violation. That's not just effort, that's a statement. This team isn't just about Caitlin Clark's 3s anymore. Defense is becoming their identity. Every possession, you saw hands in passing lanes, players switching seamlessly, and a level of intensity that's rare for April. Even Aaliyah Boston showed growth, passing up a forced left-handed shot to reset the offense. Those little decision-trusting teammates, staying patient, turn good teams into great ones. The starters are loaded with talent, but the bench, they bring relentless energy. If they keep this up, the Fever won't just be a fun team to watch, they'll be a nightmare to play against. Imagine what happens when this defense clicks in real games. Indiana's not just building an offense around Clark anymore. They're creating a culture of toughness, where every player, starter or reserve, brings the same grit. And if the bench keeps pushing the starters like this, the Fever might just shock the league this season. Let's set the record straight. That viral clip of Caitlin Clark casually burying 5 straight logo threes. It's absolutely real, but it's not from any recent Indiana Fever scrimmage.
So we have a practice team that's just all guys. I think we were down 15. So we make a couple threes, we cut it to 10. So I think I had 22 points in 2 minutes.
Clark herself broke down the moment on David Letterman's Netflix show, Painting the Scene. Her team was down 15, and in just 2 minutes, she exploded for 22 points, logo threes, pull-ups, you name it. The video resurfaced after her interview aired, and naturally, fans went wild all over again. Major outlets like Hawk Central and the New York Post have confirmed the details aren't new, but it's pure vintage Clark. Why does it matter? Because that same killer instinct and fearless range are exactly what she's bringing to Indiana now. The Fever's current scrimmage footage shows real progress, but this legendary highlight is a reminder of what happens when Clark flips the switch. Chaos for defenders, fireworks for fans. So no, she's not hitting those exact shots in Fever practice least. Not yet. But if her history at Iowa is any indication, the WNBA better be ready. Clark's not just a shooter, she's a phenomenon redefining what's possible from deep. Today's scrimmage wasn't just about Caitlin Clark's deep threes, or the bench's lockdown defense revealed Indiana's blueprint for the future. Coach Christy Sides isn't just coaching, she's architecting a sustainable contender, blending motion offense, defensive grit, and a culture where every player, starter or reserve battles like a game. The Fever didn't stop at drafting Clark. They paired her with Kelsey Mitchell, Aaliyah Boston, and savvy veterans like DeWanna Bonner and Natasha Howard. Chemistry, already electric. Watch Clark and Boston's pick and roll. Her pinpoint passes meet his soft touch finishes, creating nightmares for defenders. But the real story, depth. Indiana's bench isn't just holding they're pushing starters daily. Add Sophie Cunningham's hustle and rookies hungry to prove themselves, and you've got a roster built to last, not just flash. The Indiana Fever aren't just changing players, they're overhauling their core identity under Stephanie White, the coach who once led them to back-to-back playoffs. Fresh off her WNBA Coach of the Year run with Connecticut, White's first practice with Indiana sent a clear message. Defense isn't optional here anymore. Fast, sharp, and relentless, that's the new Fever standard. White's drills focused on fixing last season's 11th ranked defense, demanding tighter rotations, quicker hands, and zero mental lapses. Veterans like DeWanna Bonner, who thrived under White's system in Connecticut, are already setting the tone. Teammates peppered Bonner with questions about White's style. Her answer, high energy, no shortcuts, and defense win reps. This culture shift makes Caitlin Clark's scrimmage stand out even more critically. White's system requires two-way commitment, and Clark's early buy-in locking down on defense while dropping daggers on offense proves she's not just a phenom but a leader. The front office, led by GM Amber Cox, didn't just hire White, they built a staff to execute her vision. Brianne January, a defensive acer player, and Austin Kelly, a development specialist, round out a coaching team designed to maximize every player's potential. Early glimpses, faster pace, smarter communication, and a roster that's bought in. The Fever's not just aiming for improvement, they're building a defensive identity that could turn them from pushovers to playoff threats. With White's track record, Indiana's not just talking defense, they're living it. After watching Caitlin Clark light up the Fever's first scrimmage, it's clear the team isn't just hoping to compete, they're ready to win, and they're doing it by building around their superstar. Look at the veterans Indiana brought in this offseason: Natasha Howard, DeWanna Bonner, and Sydney Colson. These players know what it takes to win and thrive in big moments. They're not here to take over. They're here to support Clark, making her job easier and letting her shine when the game is on the line. Pair that with Aaliyah Boston, and you've got a front court that demands respect. Teams can't just swarm Clark on the perimeter anymore, they do. Boston will make them pay inside. It's a pick your poison scenario for every defense in the league. Kelsey Mitchell, one of the league's purest scorers, is now free to play off the ball and get cleaner looks thanks to Clark's playmaking. That's a huge boost for Indiana's offense. And the depth? Sophie Cunningham brings toughness and shooting, Lexi Hull locks down on defense, while Jaylen Brown, Michaela Timpson, and Bree Hall add energy and pace. Everywhere you look, the Fever have built a roster that fits Clark's fast, high IQ style. If the first scrimmage is any indication, Clark's leadership and swagger are already lifting the entire team. Indiana isn't just building for the future is here. The rest of the WNBA has been warned. Caitlin Clark and the Fever are ready to shake up the league. That's it, WNBA fans. The Indiana Fever aren't just back, they're reinvented. Caitlin Clark isn't just a rookie, she's a game changer, and this roster is built to let her rewrite the league's rules. From Stephanie White's defensive blueprint to Aaliyah Boston's dominance inside, this team's got all the pieces. Let's hear your take. Are the Fever title contenders this year? Who's your pick to break out beside Clark? Drop your bold predictions below and subscribe for breakdowns of every Fever game this season. Thanks for watching.